We doing? How are we doing? How are we doing? How are we doing? Let's see if this is working. It's being a jag. Oh yeah, we're live. We live. We back. Back at my Hama crib, top floor. All right. All right. Dude, I am fucking pumped right now. Absolutely pumped. Allow me to explain why I'm pumped. We did a lot of shit today. And I am hoping that... Wait, hang on a second. I'm wondering if we can render a video and stream at the same time. I think we can. Big Bertha over here thinks we can. I'm standing up. We're having a good time. Let's do this. All right. So, here's El Delio. I've had a pretty good day today. It was a weird Tuesday because I was doing a couple things that, at least one thing, this first one, the finances, going through all my personal stuff and paying, credit card bills and stuff like that. And then for all the businesses, reconciling everything, was taking care of all that. Normally it's done on Monday, but yesterday, if you tuned in, was obviously a weird day. So we took care of it today. It was good. I don't think there was anything crazy that I wanted to mention with the finances today. It's pretty regular, run-of-the-mill. But if you do decide to, build a business or do anything like that, I think it's a good idea to keep an eye on your finances. Like, people say, like, you need your own bookkeeper. I don't know about that. I mean, it's not hard to bookkeep, especially if you have, like, QuickBooks Online. You pretty much just, like, take 2 seconds per week and you can kind of take care of that. But regardless of what you do, just be cognizant of your financial situation, if it's personal or business. And I'd love to help you with that because I like teaching. So there's finances. I made a new FBP signature, which I can show y'all. It's nothing crazy, but I did a little finagling, a little coding. I mean, barely coding. I don't know really call it coding or not, but a little bit of playing around, doing different stuff. And there you go. There you have it. I can zoom in, maybe. She's kind of cool. Just kind of says some shit. It's got the stuff at the bottom. Nothing crazy, but if you are... Oh, Jesus. Who is calling? I don't know. No. I'm doing stuff. Jesus. You know what? That's a great thing, though. I have I'm not even going to say the word because it's probably going to trigger some shit, but I have a G home in my room, and I swear to God, I'm going to kill him. I swear to God. I am streaming. These fucking people. These people know that I do this every night. But I have a G home in my room. Okay, I'm not gonna say it because like I said, it's gonna trigger it. But I don't know. I need to turn that off or something. Like it was sending me the first thing you heard was a video call. What the fuck am I gonna do on a video call on a G home without a screen? Like a G home mini, you know what that is? Insert the don't yeah. Anyway, back to the shit here. So I did this thing. What I was gonna say before I was rudely interrupted, was like if you just type in like email signature, if you have a business or if you have like anything, I have used this site for multiple email signatures throughout my life, whether I was in school or whether I was working or now, I literally used it today. This is a pretty cool site. You just pop the stuff in there and then you can copy this over. So it's a lot of cool templates. There's a free tip for you. But yeah, I made a new one. I need to make one for myself. Another one for the Mark Joseph Szymanski email because it's, because it's a little bland. And old picture of me. I need to get better pictures of myself. That's actually like a really overlooked thing when you start being like a. I'm not going to call myself an influencer right now. No, I'm not going to call myself that. But like when you start being like somebody that wants to put your shit out there and like, kind of have like an idea and like develop a brand, like that's a really underestimated thing. Like you got to like take a lot of fucking pictures of yourself somewhat regularly, because at least one, like at least one time you need to take some good pictures so you can have like headshots and stuff like that. So it's just it's an interesting thing. But yeah, I need to work on that. So that's coming up. So I'm gonna say this now, and then I'm gonna come back to this at the end because it kind of came full circle. So I started the process on FBP 54. I was having some weird problems. I did this one via Zoom. I hate Zoom. I don't really hate it per se, but it's annoying to have to do it via Zoom because you got to record the thing, and it's like, I don't know. It's just I'm not as comfortable with it. But it worked out pretty well. The quality is definitely not as good, which is kind of upsetting. But that is to be expected when you do something over the internet rather than in person with quality equipment that costs a lot of money. So it was a little weird. I had some problems. The video would look really good in like a VLC player or just like a regular player on your computer, but when I would throw it into DaVinci Resolve to edit it, it was getting like really weird and like have like a lot of like blurriness and pixelation artifacts and stuff. But I figured out what the problem was, and I'll just tell you now. I did all the rest of this stuff, and then I came back to it. And I figured out the issue. It was that I stumbled upon it on like one forum, but I was looking for it literally all day. There was something wrong with like the encoding of the video. Go figure, Zoom fucked up or something. I don't know. But like it literally, like I said, the video looked good, but when you would throw it into DaVinci, it was weird. So I had to like re-encode it using VLC, and it finally worked. And currently I'm editing the audio, I'm rendering the audio out so I can do my normal thing where I normalize it and, background noise and stuff, which again, it's Zoom. So honestly, it's probably going to be shit anyway. So it's whatever. But it is a really good episode. And I would love for you guys to view it tomorrow. Goes live at noon and I will post it everywhere. So it's with a great guest who is my highest profile guest thus far. That's no disrespect to anybody that has been on the show already, but this person actually has like a solid audience, and I was very excited to talk with them. So it's good. It's a good one. I also, while I was kind of messing around with all that, I started the process for AM and the PM 23rd episode, and that's almost done. I think that the editing is pretty much complete, but that goes live 3 p.m. on Thursday, so that is good. And then I'm going to just say this now because this is unimportant. I went to the park after I did this meeting here. I went to the park on my way home, and I just like hit some tennis balls. I don't love tennis or anything by any means, but like I've played tennis a decent amount in my life, at least a handful. But I do enjoy the sport like as like a leisure activity. I'm not very good, but for somebody who's never played, I think that I'm serviceable, and I would like to play it more. So I went to the tennis court. I'm just trying to like hit some good serves, and I maybe hit like 1 or 2 out of like 50, but it was an okay time. And you know what? I'm gonna say one more thing before I circle back to the big topic today. The Pixel Buds. These things, I need to make a video on how bad these things are and how upset I am that I waited so long for these little guys. And they're so beautiful, and like they're awesome from a like a visual perspective and appearance and all that. But I am not shitting you, okay? I sat my phone down on this tennis court. How big is it? How big is a tennis court? How long is a tennis court? 78 feet? Is it 78 feet long? Okay, so let me use this as a visualization right here. I'm sure this is like at least close, okay? My phone is sitting like literally right here, okay? And I walk to the net like maybe this far, maybe right here, like past this like service line thing. And let's say, so what is it? 78, so it's about like 39 feet to here. and then like this is about the halfway mark again, so maybe like almost 20 feet. I am literally, I'll give you 25 feet. I'll say 25 feet away from my fucking phone with these headphones in, and they start breaking up. It's a direct line of sight. There's nothing in the way. I was flabbergasted. Now, this is all coming from the fact, or coming after the fact of me like waiting months and months for the orange ones to come out. And during that time, so many people said they have so many connection issues and all sorts of shit wrong with the ones that were already out, the white ones and all this other stuff, and it's still coming out. So I should make like a video on that, because it's really ridiculous how bad. Like, I didn't have any other problems. They're the one kind of like falls out of my ear a little bit, but I might be able to change the tip. But I'm kind of just like ranting about this. But seriously though, like, it's, if you wanted these headphones and you've been waiting for them, like, they're really good as far as those other things, but like the connection issues and all sorts of stuff, mine aren't even bad. I don't think. Some people's are really bad. So that's just kind of funny and upsetting. But what are you gonna do? Can't worry too much about that. But hopefully everything gets fixed with software updates. I don't know though. It's been a while, so we'll see. Okay. But before all that, and really like the biggest section of my day, I would say, I met with a buddy of mine, great dude, I've known him for a long time, and we talked about sort of like his journey, and he'll probably be on the podcast at some point. But we talked about like sort of everything that he's kind of going through, and I don't want to talk about like his situation specifically. Maybe one day, like I said, on the podcast or something, we will. But I want to talk about like the concept, and it's nothing like unfamiliar to the stream and to everything that I talk about. But when you experience it and you talk about it in a specific like situation, it just continues to hammer it home. And it's all it is. Can be summed up as just making sure that you go the route that it makes you happy and makes you fulfilled. And this gentleman has been in a couple different like jobs in a sense, and something that you get first, if you're in a job for a long time, you kind of get comfortable in that, and that's all well and good, but then you try something else and that's not what you want, and then you go to and then you find yourself wanting more, because either the job's like boring or it sucks or whatever the case may be, and it's just difficult to be in a place that it just feels like it's killing your soul, is like the best way to put it. So I know that feeling, and most of the time, again, it's not really about the job. It's about just like you in the job, in a sense, right? Like the way that you interact with the job, or the way that the job has like the effect that it has on you. And it can be very difficult, and I'm always very happy when people come to that realization and they're able to say like, hey, I want to try something different. I'm young, I have the opportunity. Even if you're older, like, what the fuck, like, you're not going to live forever. So I just really encourage people to take those leaps and just give it a shot, because you can always get another fucking job. Like, it's like it actually perplexes me the more I think about it, why I didn't like think this way earlier, or why I didn't like have less doubt earlier. I mean, you're always going to have some sort of doubt. I think we're all human, but just in general, it's like it just becomes way more easier to process over time when you realize that we aren't going to live forever, and everything that we do is just it should be for us. Like, it shouldn't be to please anybody else. It shouldn't be to like live by anybody else's like fucking predefined rules or anything like that. And it's sometimes really hard to go against, like, to do things that like the people that you seek approval from in your life, like your friends, your family, to say something that goes against like their beliefs of like, just go to work and work for 40 years and just fucking just hate your life. And I just really enjoy when people decide to make the decision to try something for themselves, because I will tell you honestly, 100%, these past 8 months of being on my own, like doing my own, building up these businesses and everything, and just like learning all this stuff, meeting new people, connecting, networking, I've been the happiest that I've ever been. I've been stressed. I always stress this point, like, it's not going to be easier. but it's definitely going to be more fulfilling and more rewarding. And honestly, if you're doing it the right way, you're just going to be happier. So I can't explain to you how much happier I have been, and how great, like, just this time has been, and how much I've learned and how much I've experienced. And anytime that I get the chance to have like a business consultation, there was a little bit of business talk in there, more like almost like life and I don't want to call it coaching, but like just like chatting about that, conversing about that. Anytime I get that opportunity, I just get so ecstatic. And I put a thing on my Instagram, which I will so graciously here. I will graciously link my Instagram in here once again. So if anybody wants to follow me, shameless plug every night, I'm going to do that. But I think my Instagram is slept on. That's just the stories, especially. You got to watch the stories. But I did put a story on there about sort of exactly how I felt right after that. And truthfully, I think that one of the biggest things that Szymanski Media and the MJS part of everything that I do is going to be consulting and like just trying to get other people to think and to just fucking trust themselves and believe in themselves, because that's honestly a lot of times. I don't want to say a lot of times, but in this particular instance, like, people just need like pushed a little bit. Like you have the idea, you have something to go off of, or at least try. And it's like, well, I just need some reassurance that like, and almost like some logical thing. Like literally the one fucking line is, you can always get another fucking job. Like, it's like, seriously, just think about that. Like, you can, like, if you are somewhat financially stable, like, let's say you have 6 months of savings, okay? Like, you could just live, 6 months. Think about quitting your job and you have enough money for 6 months. You work doing whatever you want to do, whether it's becoming a professional streamer or fucking website builder or whatever, XYZ, LMP, and you work for 6 months, you give it your absolute all. I mean, where's the fucking risk there? Like, okay, after 6 months, you have barely any money left, and I'm assuming you don't make any money, like not even a dime, and you don't have fun, or you don't have an idea of where to go. Assuming it totally fails, you fucking go on like LinkedIn or Indeed or anywhere, or you just go down the fucking street and you just like apply to fucking McDonald's, which not a good career choice, obviously, but like you make some fucking money, and then look, you're right back where basically everyone else is. You know what I'm saying? It's not ideal. Obviously, it's not ideal. But what I'm saying is like that is like the worst case scenario, and then you can just, oh shit, Shane, I didn't realize it was you. What's up, dude? Absolutely, man. Anytime. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that's like the fucking. It's literally the worst case scenario. Is to have that just not work, like whatever the situation is, just end up not working out, and then you just go get another job. Now, again, maybe you don't want a job because you were trying to do that or whatever, but again, like that's the fucking worst case. Like, you're not gonna fucking die on the streets. This is America, like it's. I mean, well, it's a crazy time. I'll leave it at that. But that might have been a little bit too much of like a general like kind of statement and everything like that. But I truly believe that. Like, if I really couldn't support myself, I mean, again, I still am living in my parents' house and stuff like that. But if I actually didn't have any money, I could just go get a job, So all I'm saying is that like I've gotten to this point where I don't understand the risk, like how overblown the risk of like starting like a business or something is. It's difficult, it's stressful, it's super fulfilling though. So I'm happy. And I want to do everything that I can to get other people to that type of a thing, and just have them trust themselves and go after whatever the fuck they want to do, because I know that it's a good feeling, and that's all I can ask for, everything that I'm doing in my life. I just want to pass that on and see where everything goes. So, but yeah, that is always tremendous. And I'm going to say the same thing that I said in that that Instagram story. If anybody ever watches any of my content, I'm going to try to say it more often because I really want to do this more. If anybody ever watches my content and sees what I do and is interested in the stuff that I do, or wants to do something similar, or thinks that I can help them in any way based off the stuff that I show, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. I do not bite, and I'm always happy to help with anything. So as I continue to get busier, I guess, I hope to actually make this like a real thing, meaning like some sort of consultation, like business to a certain degree. That would be dope. But that's like more of a future goal. I don't really have a way to justify that or to like put that into place right now, because really I'm just kind of talking, and that's what I love to do. So I'm not gonna go crazy on that just yet. But yeah. So I need to do, I think, a little bit better job at kind of like organizing or maybe describing or categorizing the things that I talk about, because these live streams are tremendous, I think, but they're not, they're not like, oh, here's how to start a business type thing. I have ideas and I'm implementing on those. So look out for all that stuff if you're interested in it. But other than that, we're gonna keep rolling. And I think that these are really good because I like these that are off the cuff. And once we, we got a decent little fan base here that we continue to see on the stream and everything every night. But once we have a larger audience, I think everybody's going to benefit. That's what I'd love to do, especially on the Fueled by Progress side of things. I would love to make that into more of a community where people can grow with each other, and it's not like self-sustaining on just the things that I know, but we're getting there. So I'm very excited. I thank you all for your continued support. And like I said, if you ever need anything, do not hesitate to reach out. But I have to go finish this video, so hopefully it gets rendered in time and then uploaded to YouTube, because fun fact, I'll leave you with this. If you upload a 4K video to YouTube, it literally takes, at least the way I'm doing it, might be a better way, it literally takes like 24 hours for it to actually show up in 4K, which is very annoying because it's got to like process all that, those and transcode all those different versions. It's a pain in the ass. So I got to get it up as fast as possible. But I really appreciate it, guys. Like I said, FPP tomorrow at noon, AM and PM Thursday at 3. And yeah, let's just keep going. So thank you so much. Appreciate the support as always. And I will talk to you in the next